Okay, recording this video after close trade Monday, 22nd of April 2013. Hope you had a good day's trading today. Recording this a little bit late, it's just gone midday here in Sydney, about 9 p.m. Chicago time. And so the big question is, was that it in terms of this little kind of retrace and the rally's back on? Or was that just a low volume kind of test up today and we're going to kind of crack on down and make kind of new lows? I actually think we're going to go to new lows, but on this move down towards the kind of 1520s type level. I'm going to show you why I think that's the case. So you can see today closing up at 56, 1.3 million contracts traded. I mean, it's below average, just below average kind of volume, but compared to the volume we've had the last couple of days, it's kind of a low volume kind of up bar. The average trade size on this little retrace is getting absolutely tiny. You can see here, this is my average trade size kind of indicator on a daily chart, and 3.6 was the average kind of trade size here on today's activity. On these little dips down, it was falling off as well, and so sometimes that shows that on this little dip that's kind of being led by the amateurs, and then you'll have a professional bar kind of step in on a fairly decent day and the move will kind of, get enough energy to kind of get going. But because the volume kind of, the average trade size dipped off even more on Monday's activity, I kind of just feel that that was just a bit of a test, and we're going to kind of come down again. The other thing we've got kind of going for this is better sine wave kind of coming down to make that cross, make that cyclical turn. Now if this is a really strong rally, this could be late in the game and we kind of get going tomorrow, and then the pullback level gets printed, a day or two's time, and it's late and we kind of rocket to new highs. But looking at all the multi-market type stuff, I think we're going to get breaks in some of those markets, and I think tomorrow's activity, Tuesday, is going to be absolutely key. So because this is not in yet, I still think we're going to come on down. Now the trend oscillators flicked up today, so we had a whole bunch, a cluster of sell signals here. Some of them kind of took profits, some of them took small losses. The net of that I think is down a fraction, but it's still kind of up there in kind of new equity highs. But we're kind of out and kind of long just because this little kind of flick up in trend oscillator. So we'll see. The system side is kind of trying to get into a little bit of a dip at the moment, but I just don't think we're done on the downside. Another bit of evidence. So the 40,500 tip bar chart. So raced away with this kind of, I felt it was a blow-off type move here with exhaustion buying and so on. And we've had the first kind of crackdown. We had blue professional bars kind of coming at the lows here, 35s. But we have not seen an exhaustion selling signal to mirror this on the downside. And particularly on downside moves, again I've been repeating myself over the last couple of videos, we usually see exhaustion signals on downside moves. They're more likely than on upside moves. So where is that exhaustion move here? This was fairly big readings kind of getting the thing going, but in terms of bottoming it out and clearing out the sellers, we haven't seen it yet. And then with today's activity, we had this blue professional bar at the end of the day, and the after hours were actually kind of selling off. The Aussie dollar and the Asian markets are pretty weak at the moment. So for me, I don't think we've put in enough kind of exhaustion selling to bottom this move. So I think we've got more downside potential here. And here's the other kind of moves in multi-markets. Just run through these quickly. Gold, I mean, yeah, last week's move extraordinary, and what we've just seen over the last few days for me is just a little bit of a short covering rally. The extremes in terms of the selling activity has just caused some people to kind of come into the market, at these extreme levels. Buyers who've been waiting on the sideline, seeing this as a good opportunity to pick it up here in the 1300s. But this isn't over. We've got to see pullback to end of trend. And so what we're seeing here is just the early birds. These are the guys getting into this who have, seen this as a great buying opportunity. But we've got to test this level kind of down here at 1300. Same in silver, although it's a lot weaker in terms of that kind of buying activity in silver. It's just kind of resting around this 23 level. Copper. So here we go. Copper, big move down. We're in a downtrend because we're below support. We've got to see pullback to end of trend. We're trying to find some kind of level here where the professionals pick it back up. But again, pullback to end of trend we've not seen here. Crude, we put in our support, but it's pretty weak. I think we're going to break through this support level on crude into a downtrend, continue on down. We're back in the zone here where the professionals are kind of selling it down. So there's an opportunity for them to kind of get in short again here. And then bonds for me, with a level like this, just this wedge pattern just looks like it's just ready to pop. It's just winding up here, just for a pop to the upside, and that could be a strong move down in equities potentially Tuesday. And then look at the currencies, same thing, dollar index, pullback levels kind of held. We're kind of just itching to get through 83s or get into the 83s. And then Canadian dollars down. We're coming back to these kind of lows down here. The Aussie dollar particularly weak at the moment. So this is the futures contract, remember. So we had this bad news out of China, and we just kept on selling down. Exhaustion selling is kind of getting this move going. So a bad day on the Aussie today, and the pound's slowly rolling over, taking its time about it, and euro as well. Amateur bar here on euro. If we crack up through this pullback level into 130, 1.5, 132, this could be over, and this could be, I mean, if you read some of the commentaries, people talking about Japanese investing in yield kind of around the world, and so the weakness in the yen, they're buying European kind of higher yielding whatever debts, and that could be accounting for some of the strength in the euro, because the Japanese yen is still kind of heading down. It will make a flush pattern at some point, but it's kind of flirting with this kind of parity level on the futures contract here. So just for me, just because those bonds looks like they're ready to break out from a wedge pattern, we've got the same kind of thing in dollar index, and I don't think from a long-term perspective this is over in terms of this the sine wave kind of crossing here. So what happened today? My trading kind of made money, 3.5 points, 4 trades. Got short beginning of the day because we'd had this little rally kind of pre-open, and then all these blue professional bars kind of came in this 56, 57 level kind of up here, and then we sold down, came back into that after the open, and again exhaustion buying, which is great to see after the open. Blue professional bar up here, cyclical resistance, bang, we sell off hard. I was late into this just because it kind of sold down and down and down. I was like looking for some kind of little retrace to get in. So my first trade was short 51 even, and just picked off a half point on the way down. We started to rally up, and I was like, with this bullish divergence, we changed. So it was a level previously where we'd seen support, and we're going to change into an uptrend here, and blah blah. So took another short, took another long. So I ended up after 3 trades with down half a point, and finally got my head in gear, and it's like, we're going down. 48 got short because we kept on seeing these little tests back up, amateur bars, amateur bar up here, amateur up bar here, amateur bar on the way up here. So all the amateurs were trying to get long at this point, bang, kind of sold down. So short at 48, now at 44 even. I've been beaten around so much, but I wasn't moving my target or anything like that. I was just happy to be out at 44. Came within a quarter point here, had to sit through this retrace, but again the retrace, amateur up bars all the way here. Finally we get down here where we put in bullish divergence, first bullish divergence, blue professional bars kind of coming in at lows, and a Rambo pattern here. Close to the zero line, another bullish divergence, so the Rambo pattern means the amateurs getting wrong-footed. They're expecting the market to continue down. It was a complex correction on the way down rather than being a pullback to end of trend move, but that was enough to bottom it at that point there, and when we raced away to the upside, and you can see the activity after hours here in the Asian session. We're kind of selling off. So I think Tuesday is going to be interesting, and if we do get continuation to the downside, it could be a big move. So just because we're winding up in terms of those patterns, in terms of bonds and dollar index and so on. So anyway, I hope you traded well today. Looking forward to Tuesday. Short 48 even. Short 48 even. Alright, let's try this again. Just checking my stops and targets. We've had existing home sales numbers kind of came out, obviously weren't very good. And we just have blue professional bar sold down through that one. We've got support due on there we go, into a Rambo pattern. Amateur bars, we were initially going through the lows of that, so in this kind of zone they should be wanting to sell it down and break through 47 into a downtrend here. So that was just a technical bounce off previous low double bottom. Don't think the low is in. Don't think this bullish divergence is change of trend. This was getting the move going. This was just an exhaustion pattern. This was getting the move going. So this kind of bullish support kind of coming in isn't ending the move. Need to see exhaustion selling on a left shoulder good. Okay, we're breaking down. So come on, let's get through this support into a proper downtrend. On. And so just had to sit through this retrace, amateur up bars. At some point you've got to make a decision what you think the trend direction is, and I think we're still heading down because this was just getting the move going. Okay, here we're coming back to support 1500. We break through that at 47s, bombs away. So come on. It's been just trying and trying, but I haven't had an exhaustion selling signal. That was just getting the move going. So come on. Technical bounce off this previous low. It goes. Drop through 47s. Rambos don't usually like, but no kind of blue professional bars kind of picking it up with there. So 44 is the target. I'm just going to leave it at that. Just hope that we get it. So need to see some kind of exhaustion selling signal. Still hanging around 47s, come on. Nothing on the higher time frame zone. Again, amateur up bars. Come on. There we go. Falling through the ice, hopefully, come on. Stop bouncing around here. Amateur up bar, then blue freshman bar, sold it down through previous support. Kind of getting this thing going. Come on, Rambo pan. Well, we're at 45s. 44, 4,000 on better momentum here. It's not a big reading yet. So come on, come on. Blue professional bars coming down 1500, but okay, breaking down. 45 and a quarter, just looking for 44s, minus 8,000, but yeah, we're below supports here on 515. And I'm not going to move my target out, just going to leave it 44 even. Bunch of blue professional bars. Come on. Minus 12,000, that's a big reading, so come on, just another little rush down. A quarter point and pro lights that went off, and we've got blue professional bars kind of gone off down here. It was a big reading, I think it was 17, minus 17 on 1500. So I'm just waiting for that test back down to hit 44. Got pullback to end of trend to go on the 500 tip bar chart. So amateur up bar, a little bit of time to run before this kind of comes in. So still looking for 44s, come on. Came around, Rambo patterns, thought it was going to come around here, but we came back up at 47s down here, and I was within a quarter point of the target. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so support becomes resistance, 1500. Amateur up bars, this will come in, so come on. We'll hit 44, hopefully, on this next pass down. Well, try it again. Amateur up bars here, and the 47's breaking through support on 500, so come on, we should get this down. The buying pressure is pretty weak, so this will kind of play in on 1500 for another kind of sweep down. Come on. Hell's bells. Came around again into 47s, but resistance just gone off on 1500. So quickly down. Okay, come on. Just going to leave it at 44. I've had enough of this. Just want to be taken out. Just get this over with. Technical bounce off 44 and a quarter again. Whole bunch of blue professional bars coming here in support. Trying another one. We've still got a little bit of time to run on 1500. Wasn't exactly like a blue professional bar, kind of picking up at the lows on 1500, but just ready to jump out because I've had enough of this. Finally, bingo, out, 44 even. For 4, it'll probably go further because we're in a downtrend on 4500, but I had enough. That was enough for me. 4 on that last one, loss of half point on the 3 trades previously, so 3.5 off the 4 points. And what is it? 9:27 AM Chicago time, midnight 27 in Sydney. So who knows where this will go. We're heading down because we haven't seen an exhaustion selling signal to mirror this. So I wonder if today's the day where we head through 35s. Could be. Anyway, I'm done.